What's going on, everybody? It's Rick from Garden with Barchuckin. Today I mixed up some soil. I'm gonna do some soil blocks and I'll bring you along and show you how I'm doing it. This one right here is a Fiskars. And what I like about this is you can do 4 small soil blocks or 1 larger soil block. So this is better for like tomatoes, peppers, cucumbers, and then this is a little better for like your lettuce. And then I have this guy here. There's 8 soil blocks that it makes. And they're 2-inch soil blocks. Right here, I have about 4 handfuls worth of worm castings. And I have this Promix. This is what I've been using this season for starting the seeds and up-potting the figs, and it's been working really well. Okay, so as you can see, there's some pieces that are larger, so I just make sure I bust that up first. Okay, so now that most of the big pieces are broken up, I'll kind of incorporate the castings a bit. This is a 3-liter container, and I probably added about 2 liters or about a half a gallon. I really do like this Promix. It holds its shape well, but just with a little pressure, it crumbles. So that's good for those roots to be able to maneuver through this fairly easily. It does have the perlite in there, and I'm assuming it's either a peat moss or a cocoa core. The Promix also is supposed to have a mycorrhizal fungi added to it too, so that should help when these guys start growing. I basically made these up already just to show. They hold together, but if you apply just a little bit of pressure, they kind of bust apart. And that's the consistency that I'm going for these soil blocks. Now this here, I do want to make sure that I pack them in. Like, see how that one pushed way in? So that kind of would have made an incomplete soil block if I didn't push. Okay. And then very similar to this right here, I'm going to push and try to load up each cell first. Oh, I got a little worm. In this soil mix, I use Promix and worm castings. I'm not pushing super hard, just kind of firm. And like I said, you can see how much that knocked in. And a few twigs and sticks I'm not really overly concerned with. Big thing is just to make sure that the cells are filled. This tray I'm using has holes in it, and then there's one underneath that doesn't. I was able to pick these up at my local seed store. I think they were $2 a piece, so not a horrible price. They're not as thick as my Bootstrap Farmer ones, but they'll do. I'll go ahead and show you these, and then I'll go back and I'll make up the rest of the soil blocks that I'm going to do. So all I'm going to do is make sure I'm pushing down. There's a plunger here. I'm going to push down on that plunger, which is then pushing the soil block out. There's a little indentation for the seeds, plus a little crosshatch for the soil blocks to be separated by. I'm not going to try to go super crazy moving this all around, but I can maneuver it easily. Same type thing, pushing down on this, lifting up on this. And you can see I didn't quite pack that one in 100%, but it's pretty darn close. And once again, there's the little holes already pre-punched, and you can see the soil blocks are already slit. So I'm gonna make these guys up and then bring you back. Okay, so here's the soil blocks. I'm actually going to have another small container. This larger one is more than 3 times the size of those 2x2 blocks. And there's the action of that. This fits inside, so that big plunger pushes down and then punches the holes into those smaller blocks. If you guys have any questions, make sure you drop them down in the comments. Thanks for coming along checking out this video. Everybody have a great day.